The Nightmare of Angkrat-Bor is a Terra Fabrica production, and is based on the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons adventure of the same name, and the 2017 short story I Will Be Mithrari, both written by Cleo Urquhart. This production includes profanity, violence, and references to terminal illness. Listener discretion is advised.
You actually are cold. Hey guys, hey guys. It's the cold open. Is this thing on? Oh, just kidding. I know it's on, I think. Sorry, new, sonar recorder. You know how it is. Anyway. Captain's log, 171. 17th of Mayam, 1856, Yantel Standard Calendar. This is Captain Rhea Seahollow. It's a lovely, partly cloudy, quite temperate, misty day in our beautiful East Umawan city of Jurgen. Spring has sprung, my friends. I suppose you don't necessarily know anything about Umawan or Jurgen, so I'll give you some tidbits. Wouldn't want things to get confusing when my audio-based documentary becomes a global phenomenon. Umawan is an archipelago of islands that shares no strict central government, but is often referred to as the independent principalities of Umawan. If you know of Varadul, then you'll know that Umawan is a few hundred miles south and west across the Sea of Tosis. And if you're a fan of the Isles of Runan, Runesia, Haral, or Kalamat, then you know that Umawan is hundreds of miles east, west, north, and southeast of those places, respectively. I know, it can be a little head-spinning at times. Not to worry, Captain Seahollow is here to help. And I am so glad that you're here to listen. On the big island of Umawan is our lovely city of Jurgen. It was founded a long time ago by human refugees of Takala, who lost their way heading to Varadul. Now we get to enjoy subtropical temperatures and nice sea breezes year-round, but the big island of Umawan isn't the only island. You know, because I just said big island, so that kind of implies. Anyway, there are 3 other main islands in the chain: Teredi Island, Ondu, and Mithrari. And that's why we're here today. I'm about to go to Mithrari. There's a lot of rumors about the place, about monsters lurking in the jungle and whatnot. But I'm a scientist and a documentarian. I can't not document. So, come along with me and find out how my voyage to Mithrari goes. I think I'll be the first traveler there in decades. And when you're documenting and researching, first things first, we've got to get some cash. This is the Nightmare of Angkrat-Bor, a Terra Fabrica limited series. Captain's Log 172. It's still the 17th of Mayim. How's about I start by telling you about my ship? Can I do that? I swear it'll only take a moment of your time. Great. This brass-hulled, 100-foot-long, steam-powered Model 5 Runesian jeweled saber beauty is my trusty ship, the Sunderwulf. She's got a triple-steam turbine engine made in Citadalian on the Runesian home island and is one of the fastest personally owned vessels inside the Yantali Empire and its neighboring territories. This baby maxes at 25 knots and sleeps 7. And not only that, she's my best friend in the whole world. Come on, let's hop on board. This is her main deck, where we've got some research stations, some emergency supplies, a crow's nest on the mast. Yeah, don't judge me. I know she's steam-powered, but I like the look of a mast. And she's got this amazing bronze wolf's head ornament on the bow that a friend did for me a while back. Oh, and you're probably wondering what these 12-foot-long capsules on either side of the deck are. Well, if I activate them, you'll be able to see, or hear, rather. These are recon thopters. They're 1 or 2 person vehicles I use for scouting about or going to run some errands. They're flying vehicles, and usually, when I press the button, my assistant comes out to tell me to stop wasting power. There she is. Hey, Cassie!
Captain, you really shouldn't turn these on. It puts a strain on the power turbines. Even if... Are you recording right now?
Sure am, Cassie. Why don't you go ahead and say hey to the listeners?
Hey to the listeners.
All right. That works, I guess. Hey, Cassie, do you think you could get the motion picture recorder and carry it around so we have some visuals when we start this documentary?
Yes, I suppose so, Captain.
Great, thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. You should introduce yourself. We didn't really do that. Just go ahead and say your name and who you are and what you do.
Certainly. I am C4SSC, or Cassie, although my alphanumerical identification code is purely arbitrary. I am Captain Rhea Seahallow's automaton assistant, as well as the first mate, mechanic, and complete operations specialist, and I suppose chef on the Sunderwulf Model 5 Runesian Jeweled Saber class steam turbine ship. It's a pleasure to meet the future abstraction of hypothetical listeners, if I am correct in assuming that is what is happening here.
All right, let's continue with our tour of the ship. Aside from the thopters on the main deck, we can head up these stairs to the steering or control deck, where we're able to manually steer and operate the rudders of the ship. We can even activate the ship's forward, starboard, and port side ballistas from here. Those weapons are currently stowed under the deck. Cassie can also link up directly to the control modules and control the ship. Let's go down to the cabins, this way. Continuing my log, this is where the magic happens. Well, maybe not literally, but these are my quarters and my head office. I've got these amazing windows looking out over the sea, letting in some lovely sunlight. I've got my books and records and maps. I've got my globe that shows all of Takala. It's great. I do a lot of thinking here. And want to know the best part? It's this. Oh, right. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm spinning in my chair. It's an invention. At least I think I've invented it. A chair that spins around. Hours and hours of entertainment. Yeah, hours. I'm very simple. Oh, and take a look at this. I keep this on my desk when I need something to hold and mess with while I'm working or meeting with someone. It's like a little wooden, metal, clicky device thing. It doesn't really do anything except rotate over itself and make a delightful clicking sound that tickles my brain. I realize you also can't see that, but still, I feel like you'll probably understand. Another thing you can't see is the second door in my office. Well, that door leads to my workshop, where the more semi-literal magic happens. That's where I work on my mechanical projects. Of course, there's no such thing as magic, but that's where I built Cassie, and where I designed the turbine engines for the Sunderwulf. I'm not just a sea captain, you know. I'm also a master artificer. Honestly, it's pretty amazing that we are able to create machines like C4SSC Cassie nowadays. She has thinking capabilities just like people, and there's no magic. No fancy, mystical, anything. Of course, none of that is real, it's all hypothetical. Magic is just a myth from the old world when there used to be shamans and warlocks wandering around or something. I don't know all the details, but I think it's probably just coincidental or seemingly miraculous events that get misconstrued over the centuries, and eventually we get pseudo-religious myths about magic and warlocks. It's all just stories that get, stretched out farther from the truth of what actually happened over the years. At least that's kind of the way I see it. Does that make any sense? Anyway, all we need now is science and some solid technical engineering. Those things do the job and the world is better than ever. Pretty soon, we won't even need boats and the world will just be full of airships. I mean, I'm even going to work on turning the Sunderwulf into an airship. But for now, the personal Thopters will do. Come on, let's continue with the tour. Continuing our little tour, we're now in the Sunderwulf's kitchen. It's actually pretty cozy in here. What you cooking up today, Cassie?
Well, Captain, I'm glad you asked. Today I am making spiced potatoes and eggs.
Ugh. Again?
Captain, until you provide us with enough money to purchase something other than potatoes and eggs, I will continue to make spiced potatoes and eggs every single day.
All right. Understood. Then that's going to be my top priority for getting some cash. It's extremely important for my gastrointestinal tract that I stop eating eggs every single day for every single meal.
The eggs and spiced potatoes you ordered are ready, Captain.
Okay. I didn't exactly order them, but thank you, Cassie.
I just like pretending I am a chef sometimes. It is what you would define as fun, Captain.
Hey, whatever ignites your spark, Cassie. You pretend to be a chef, I'll pretend to be a captain. Don't tell anyone I said that.
Affirmative. Memory deleted. Order up, Captain. Captain Seahollow, a citizen from Jurgen, is attempting to untether the ship.
Oh, come on. Who does this asshole think he is? Hey! Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing with my ship?
You can't dock here. It's my friggin' spot.
Well, I don't see a friggin' sign with your name on it. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I see we're off to a lovely start to this program.
Captain's log. Oh, what is that? Like 175 or something? I don't know. It's still the 17th of Mayam, 1856. I'm nervous. honestly, I am. I always get a little uptight when I'm about to go meet with the High Prefect. She's got these hawk-like eyes that just make you feel like a piece of meat, a piece of prey that she's, just waiting to slash with her talons. It's pretty intense, but I like to think that at this point we're friends. I try to remind myself that in my line of work, oceanography, documentary, biology, research, that it's good to have some friends in the government to help you get where you're going, if you know what I'm saying, financially. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'll give you the rundown. The city of Jurgen doesn't have a single leader. It has a council of prefects who serve terms, and then they sort of administer different districts of the city. Currently, Maven Vanderon is serving as the High Prefect of the council, which means she's sort of in charge of everything. Normally, I might go to a lower prefect for my kind of budgetary concern, but Maven and I are old friends, so I figure it'll be okay. It wasn't that hard for me to get an appointment. It only took, 3 handwritten letters, a couple of calls from Cassie, and here we are. What do I need the money for, you might ask? Well, it's not really cheap to sail the Sunderwulf. I have to purchase ample fuel and supplies to sail to Mithrari. Plus, Mithrari is known for its danger, and I'd like to hire some crew members to accompany me on the journey. I also technically have to get permission from the government to even go there. Normally, people aren't allowed to go to Mithrari without special licenses or permission. God, Mithrari. It's supposed to be such a dangerous and strange place. All my life, I've heard so many conflicting rumors about the island. They say it used to be a Yantali Empire science colony before it was abandoned. But the rumors we hear over here list all sorts of reasons for it being abandoned. Anything from rogue marauders destroying the facilities, to natives attacking, to some kind of eerie, mystical phenomenon scaring the Empire away. The world is so much bigger than we can imagine, even in this age of seafaring and exploration. There's so much more to be discovered. Something has always drawn me to Mithrari. Since I was young, growing up in Jurgen, I've always wanted to see it. Something just makes me feel like I should be there. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I feel like Mithrari Island wants to show me something or make me experience something, and I just have to see it. My appointment with the High Prefect is soon. I better go. But I'll give you an update when I get out. I'll see you then. Or you'll hear me then.
Le problème, c'était sur Wilbron. Ouais. Et ce que je vais faire, moi, avant de l'envoyer, je vais essayer de rejoindre un de tes contremaîtres pour vérifier c'est quoi qui est là-dedans. Si j'ai pas d'infos, je vais vous rappeler quand même que ce soit positif ou négatif. Ouais.
Miss Seahollow, High Prefect Manor, I'm going to see you now. Right this way.
Ah, Captain Seahollow. Have a seat.
Thank you, Maven. Sorry. Hi, Prefect.
It's all right, Rhea. What do you want today?
Oh, straight to business. How are you, Maven? It's been a while.
Captain Seahollow, I really have quite a busy schedule. Please just get on with it.
Aren't we friends, though? Can I ask my friend how she's doing?
Rhea, I am fine. And how are you?
I'm so good, Maven. Things with the ship and my research are going swimmingly. I've been documenting sharks recently. Honestly, I think my new thing is going to be documenting sharks, after my upcoming job.
I'm so glad things are going so well for you. Rhea, is that all you wanted to say?
Well, aren't you going to ask about my upcoming job?
Okay, I'll bite. What is your upcoming job?
I'm so glad you asked. I'm recording an expedition to Mithrari. I just need... I just need...
Let me guess. You just need money. Of course, you wouldn't be here just for a hello, how are you? It would be the money you're after. But a trip to Mithrari, what makes you think the government is going to fund that sort of irresponsible venture? Don't you know that is zoned off for tourists?
Look, High Prefect, I know you don't see me as a serious researcher. You never have, but I'm trying to turn a new leaf. I've been working very hard the last few cycles on my artifice and technical engineering, and my oceanographic research in the Sea of Tosis was published in the Mobatten Geographic Journal. I'm trying. I really am. It's not as if I'm going to Mithrari for no reason at all. And, for the record, I'm offended that you'd call me a tourist.
The prefecture will have a hard time sanctioning such an expedition to Mithrari. Why are you even going in the first place?
I found something. I wasn't sure I should tell anyone just yet, but it sparked my interest in going in the first place. And now I feel I must go. I can't not go to Mithrari. One way or another, I think the island wants me to be there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but...
Well, what did you find?
This.
And what is that?
It's a lockbox. I found it washed up on the shore near the town of Altertop.
That's the old Yuntali Empire crest, isn't it?
It is, and what's even more puzzling is what's inside.
What's inside?
Laboratory logs. And these. Vials containing organic samples. The lab logs go year by year, documenting a problem that scientists on Mithrari were researching before their entire project was abandoned. I don't know what the Yuntali Empire facilities were in charge of studying during their tenure, but these logs begin over 40 years ago.
Wow. What do they say?
The first log says 1814. Yuntali Standard Calendar, 24th day of autumn height. Project Skulker is now fully operational at the Gazamoro facility on Mithrari. The genetic experiments, and especially the experiment subproject LZ-47, are beginning to achieve life functionality and natural gestation without prolonged incubation or life support post-hatch. We can mark those as improvements. And it continues, it says, but there is a matter of importance which our operational officers have ordered us to direct our attention. Some kind of radioactive or otherwise radiometric effect is throwing off the island's ecosystem. We're seeing higher rates of disease and degeneration in the jungle here in the natural flora and fauna than previously, and its cause is, as of yet, unknown. We have been ordered to halt movements and forest clearing plans at the time being. I've personally taken tissue samples of the affected plants and animals, which I've enclosed here. The tissue is highly volatile and corrosive. It's very unusual. More to come. And it's signed Dr. Voss Hakesi.
I don't know what to say. I can admit I don't understand what all this means, but, I mean, we have all heard the rumors that the Yuntali Empire was doing experiments on Mithrari. What else do these logs say?
Let's see. This one, from a few years after the last 1819 YSC, 36th day of Yorman. I can say now with certainty that Project Skulker is now being limited significantly. We will carry out experiments only within our own campus, and slowly migrating the experiment to another facility away from Mithrari. We noticed the spread of organic degeneration and disease on Mithrari about 5 years ago, and the spread has continued at a steady but relatively slow rate. At some points, it has seemed to improve and worsen, but generally, there is a clear sign that there is some kind of contagion, or at least infectious necrosis. There's something more, though. Many of our crew and scientists have been afflicted with an onslaught of psychological symptoms in recent months, as well including vivid nightmares, panic attacks, and visual or auditory hallucinations. We don't know the exact causes, but have had to evacuate several members of our science team. I've collected more tissue samples. These are very clearly highly toxic. I can't even breathe the air around them without choking. We still don't know what the cause of this is, but I think our Yantali administrators have seen just about enough to pull out entirely. We have other prospects, they'll say, as they abandon my life's work. I can't help but wonder a little bit whether we are the cause of this degeneration and toxicity. Did our research bring this on? Or is there something sapping away at the very life force of this island? But the most alarming thing of all, the spread is no longer just confined to the shores of Mithrari. Dead fish and mollusks have washed ashore with similar toxicity, but another effect is also had. The nature of this radioactivity is causing mutation too. And I worry that our experiments housed in the main facility will be affected. More to come, perhaps. Dr. Vas Hakesi.
Fascinating. Is there anything else?
There is one more, 1825 YSC, 5th of Mayim. The facility is all but abandoned. My research will continue as my colleagues pack their bags, but the Yantali Empire doesn't seem to care anymore. The island's sickness grows and spreads ever still. Something watches from within. I fear... But Maven, the rest of the log is ripped off. I don't know what happened to it. I went south towards Mobatten City, and they're experiencing record lows in their fishing season. Loads of dead fish have been washing ashore. Many of their staple crops have been mysteriously dying. I don't know what's happening, but I felt the two of these situations were linked somehow, even though they're several decades apart. Mobatten is at least 100 miles from Mithrari, and they're getting some kind of weird necrotic effect on their wildlife, just like this scientist describes. I think it's necessary for someone to investigate.
Oh, I hate what I'm about to say, but I agree with you. This is very suspicious and strange.
Ooh, wow. High Prefect Maven Vanderoun agrees with me? Glorious day.
Don't push it, Captain Seahollow. Rhea, I think you should keep investigating this. I will give you a budget, but this must be kept between us. For now. And you must absolutely operate with discretion. Even though Jurgen is an independent principality, we now have a Yantali Empire official sitting on the council, and she cannot know that this is going on. Mithrari is under the protection of the independent principalities of Umawan on behalf of the Yantali Empire, and we cannot allow any information about your ventures to be publicized.
Until after the documentary is complete, of course.
Certainly. We'll revisit that when the time is right, but I'll give you an operating budget of 15,000 Yantali Kubeks, but you have to tell me everything you're planning on using it for. Complete oversight.
Well, I'll hire a small crew, fund the operating costs for my vessel and supplies, of course, and I think that's about all. The primary cost will be fuel for my steam generators and whatever payments I need to make to the hired crew members.
Very well. Record the costs on this ledger and return them back to me when your voyage is complete. These credit slips will allow you to withdraw kubeks in cash from the Treasury Secretary downstairs.
Thank you, Maven. Truly, I appreciate this.
Captain Seahollow, be careful out there. And do me a favor and don't lose my money or wreck my ship.
It's my ship now, Maven. High Prefect. I thought your sailing days were over.
I'll see you, Rhea.
Adieu, Maven.
Captain's log 176. Alright, folks. I've secured 15,000 kubeks, and now we're ready to get this show on the road. In an ideal world, I would find a group of top-notch expeditionary professionals, maybe some navigators, rock climbers, survivalists, that sort of thing. But I seriously doubt Jurgen has much of that to offer, so instead I'm going to pop over to the Grey Collar Tavern by the docks and put up this poster that Cassie made for me, and we'll see if we get any bites. It says, Captain Rhea Seahollow of the Sunderwulf wants you to join her crew for an upcoming expedition, paying 100 kubeks per day upon voyage completion, plus profit share. Job includes documentation of biological specimens, light ship operation duties, general exploration, and cinematography. Do you think cinematography is too highbrow of a word for these people? Probably. I'll just cross that out and underline 100 kubeks per day. Good enough. Wow, Grey Collar looks packed today. I'll just put the poster up on the job board and sit at the bar until someone takes a look. Easy peasy. That's relatively slick and smooth of me, right? Any minute, someone is going to grab that and take a look. Any minute. Hey, can I get a spice wine, please? Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm sure someone will look at the poster soon. Oh, look. Someone is about to grab it. Oh, never mind. They were moving it out of the way to get a coupon for the Shenaniganicon? What even is that? Is that like a convention for shenanigans? Just have to be patient. Just be patient, Rhea. Just be patient. Finally, a bite. Oh, she's taking it over to her table. Yahtzee. Hold on. I'm just gonna scooch over there.
Hey, give it here, Theodora. What's it say?
Mind your fucking manners. It's 100 kubeks per day. Is that for each of us or total? If it's total, then I'm out.
Hello. I couldn't help but notice that you were,
Hey,
taking a look at...
Buzz off! Can't you tell we're having an important conversation here?
Fergus, you dumbass. What did I tell you about your manners?
Well, I think this job might be worth our time. Don't you think, guys? Don't you think?
Speaking as the fourth crew member of this gathering, I think 100 kubeks per day is a good deal for a week-long trip.
As I was saying...
Excuse me, ma'am. My friend here told you to buzz off.
Now, wait a second. Where do I know you from?
If I might just say
Well, I think you've said enough.
Wow, Shell, I didn't think you could talk like that.
Oh, I don't know what came over me. I just felt like saying it, and then it came out.
Wait a second. Who are you?
I'm the person who posted the fucking job. I'm Captain Seahollow.
Oh.
I thought she was
100
More
cubic
like
days.
an asshole to me.
I don't know where she's from.
I'm looking for a crew. 100 cubics a day really is a good deal. But I'm not sure any of you fit the bill.
Now wait just a damn minute. You won't find a better crew than us. We've got what it takes and you can trust me on that.
Fine. What do you all do? How should I know that? I don't even know who any of you are.
Well, for starters, I'm Fergus Dale. You might have heard of me as the Torchlight Tyrant. I think in the mountains they call me the Dwarven Dweller, the King Crab of the Ocean, the Siren Seducer.
Doesn't ring any bells.
I'm a sailor through and through, I'll tell you that. I've been tearing through these seas before you was born for sure. I campaigned through ruining during the Brine Wars, no less. Look at these hands. I've got no damn fingerprints. I worked them down from lifting anchor chains and hosting and rigging my whole damn life. You can count on me.
I'm Theodora Hagamoros. I was a navigator in the Untali Navy, and then I wasn't because of bad business.
What the fuck is that even supposed to mean?
Anyway, though, I got ships in and out of the most secret Yantali seafaring highways in Tosis and Bessarion and beyond. I know the Umawan seaways like the back of my hand.
Who are you then? You're a Toretti, aren't you?
I'm Shell. Yes, I'm a Toretti for Toretti Island. I'm sorry about being so rude to you earlier. I don't know what came over me.
That's fine. What can you do?
This.
What the fuck was that?
Disgusting, Shell.
Do it again.
Nasty. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're definitely hired. What about you?
Who? Me?
Yeah. Who the fuck else would I be talking to?
Well, I'm crewmate number 4 and...
Spit it out.
And...
My dark and terrible past haunts me. I've done regrettable, gruesome, horrific, and torturously violent things to my victims. I am the embodiment of the very evil that lurks within the human heart. I am the innate instinct to kill that exists within all of us. I am the very essence of cruelty. I've forgotten the very words that compose my name and existence.
Due to budget cuts, I was not given a name, and speaking as crewmate number 4, I'm actually quite comfortable with that way now.
Right.
In short, Captain Seahollow, we'll take the job.
Don't make me regret this. How about it?
Captain's log 177. Well, I found a crew that will do. For now. I hope this isn't an enormous mistake. Maven would be shaking her head in disappointment, I'm sure. But alas, what am I to do? I can't just sit in the gray collar all day and wait for the perfectly experienced sailors and survivalists to show up to look at my poster. right? The crew is supposed to meet me at the ship tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna head there and get things ready for them. Even though the Sunderwulf seems advanced, it's already fairly out of date compared to the more modern airships and hydraulic engine vessels that are coming out of Yantal. The principalities of Umawan are lagging a little bit behind. Yantal uses carbonized kelp to power their vessels, so I hear. Anyway, the most advanced thing on my ship is Cassie, and honestly, we don't even really have to operate the vessel. She can just hook up to the control matrix and operate the ship from her own system. It's pretty ingenious. You're welcome, I would say to the crew members, if they were here, which they are not. Oh no. Who's that at my ship? Oh shit. Oh fuck. It's Cassandra.
Rhea, what the fuck is this? You made a fucking automaton look-alike of me?
I gotta go. I'll talk to you more in the next segment. Wish me luck.
Captain, this person has been attempting to break into the vessel. Citizen, you will need to leave. This vessel belongs to Captain Rhea Seahollow and is off limits.
Cassie, that's alright. Hold on.
Rhea, what the fuck is this shit?
Listen,
You can't just build automatons that look like me.
As Captain Seahollow's first mate, I assure you that there is no wrongdoing. My engineering is highly advanced.
Why do you always pull this kind of shit, Rhea?
Cass, I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to what?
I wasn't thinking...
Really? That's all you've got? Rhea, you don't have to pull this kind of stunt. I mean, we can talk. I know we didn't really work out, but I thought we could still talk and be friends. We've been through so much together. Baseline, you don't have to make automatons that look like me. That is kind of ridiculous, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't my brightest idea. I missed you, I guess, and I just thought... I don't know what I was thinking.
My goodness, is this the famous Cassandra Redmere, Captain? My apologies, miss. I am C4SSC, otherwise known as Cassie. I was unaware that I was speaking to the person that my design is based on. Truly, it is an honor.
How did you get her to be so polite?
I don't know, honestly. She kind of just came out that way.
Look, Rhea, I know things have been hard lately, and I know it wasn't easy for us to break up, but I don't want us to not be in each other's lives just because of that. I think it's not unreasonable to think that way nowadays.
Cassandra, I'm sorry for everything that happened. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm leaving tomorrow for a voyage. I'm not sure when it'll be over or if I'll come back, but...
What are you talking about? Where are you going?
My crew and I are going to Mithrari.
You were just gonna go to Mithrari and not say anything about it to me? And what crew?
Well, Maven gave me some money, and I hired a crew of trained professionals to assist me. We're documenting the island and investigating some items of interest.
Maven? She gave you money again. What are you, her little errand girl? And items of interest?
You sound
What
jealous.
do you mean?
There's some Yantal... Look, Cassandra, I really shouldn't talk about it out here. If I come back, I'll tell you all about it.
If?
It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, if you have all this money from Maven, then you can pay me the 1,000 cubex you owe me from the Fort Shiranan job.
Oh! Is that why you're here?
Yeah. That's why I'm here, Rhea. Pay up.
I'm afraid I can't. This money is being carefully ledgered for Maven. You'll just have to wait until my project makes a profit.
You owe me, Rhea.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'll join your crew.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I'm joining your crew for your little jaunt to Mithri. I'm coming with you.
No way, you are not.
Oh, please. You have to bring me. You fucking owe me, Rhea.
Do you even know how dangerous the sea route to Mithri is? Not to mention how dangerous the island itself is?
Yeah, I know all about that. You actually need me.
No fucking way.
I'm coming. That's just it. I'm coming, and you'll pay me the 1,000 cubics you owe me, and maybe some more.
You can't come with me. I'm leaving tomorrow, and we got a full house.
Spare me, Rhea. I'm coming. Or I'll file a suit with the prefecture, and the debt collectors will come after you for my money.
You wouldn't.
Oh, but I fucking would, wouldn't I?
Fine. 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 If this is what you want, you can come.
Great. I'll start right now.
Wait, just a moment. There's one condition. Under no circumstances can you, or anyone else for that matter, go into my office. And you have to sleep with the crew in the bunk room.
That's 2 conditions.
Fine. 2 conditions, Cassandra. Those 2 conditions. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. It's good to be back, Captain Seahollow.
This is gonna be a long fucking trip, isn't it? But hey, good news.
What's that?
That's all for this episode of The Nightmare of Angkrat-Bor, Terra Fabrica Limited series.
No, seriously?
Afraid so.
Patu.
What's that? Want me to follow you, little one? Certainly, I will.
Patu, ikitika.
I'm not sure if I met you before, little one. What's your name?
Patu.
Yes, of course. I'm following you. Do you know me? I'm Slythe Darkwood.
Himo ubaba.
My apologies. I will remain quiet. Where are you leading me? Stepping out into a clearing of sorts.
Iki. Kahomi. Daku.
I can't believe it. Is that what I think it is? Not on this island. No. Gods above and below. Not on Mithri. A mind invader.
Dark Web.
The Nightmare of Angkrat-Bor is a production from Terra Fabrica. It was written by Cleo Urquhart, with audio produced by Cleo Urquhart and Cody Doherty. Music and art by Cleo Urquhart. We've had the opportunity to work with some very talented artists and performers in Denver, Colorado as voices on The Nightmare of Angkrat-Bor. High Prefect Maven Vanderoun was voiced by Spencer Maple. Theodora Hagamoros was voiced by Stevie Gunter. Shell was voiced by Harmony Fisher. Crewmate number 4 was voiced by Gertrude Carrington. Cassandra Redmere was voiced by Silo. Fergus Dale, Cassie, and Dr. Voss Hakesi were voiced by Cody Doherty. Rhea Seahollow, Slythe Darkwood, and the Mind Invaders were voiced by Cleo Urquhart. Our guest voices, found in episodes 1 through 4, were the High Prefect's Assistant, voiced by Matthew O'Neill, the Fisherman and Journalist, voiced by Sylvain Desjardins, and Journalist and Yantali Empire Representative, voiced by Kimberly Kemp. The Nightmare Sequence characters were voiced by Cleo Urquhart, Gertrude Carrington, and Cody Doherty. If you want to learn more about Terra Fabrica and our projects, you can visit terra-fabrica.com or follow at Terra Fabrica Productions on Instagram. And hey, thanks for listening to this tall tale, and hopefully we'll see you again in the future.